Us at 5 on air and streaming. I'm Rena Sargentopoulos.
And I'm Kevin Holmes. It's been a violent 2 days in the metro. In Minneapolis tonight, MPD investigating 2 mass shootings that happened in a span of 24 hours.
One person is dead, 13 others are hurt, and no one is behind bars. The first shooting happened around 12:30 yesterday morning outside the Rain Event Center on Hennepin Avenue in Uptown. The second happened on Nicollet Avenue near I-94 just before 8:30 last night. Now, community groups are again renewing their calls to address gun violence in the city. Danny Spiewak joins us now live with this story. Hey, Danny.
Hey there. Well, without question, this was a disappointing weekend, a discouraging weekend for the community leaders and gun violence prevention groups that work so hard 24/7 to try to keep the streets safe. But at the same time, they don't want this type of thing to overshadow the very real progress they believe that's being made to cut down gun violence in the city. In the span of less than 24 hours on Sunday, 2 mass shootings unfolded in busy commercial districts of South Minneapolis. The first outside a crowded nightclub in Uptown, and the second outside a business just south of Loring Park.
That's definitely jarring.
Ayantu is a project manager with Touch Outreach, a violence prevention group that works directly in the community.
When you hear the numbers and the size and the scope of the shootings that took place this weekend, it definitely gives you pause. But I think for those of us that do this work day in and day out, it would be difficult to say that it's surprising.
The nature of this weekend's shootings, though, required a response from community leaders.
Enough is enough.
Nasi Nasir X is a longtime activist in Minneapolis who frequently speaks on issues of gun violence.
I mean, this is ridiculous. Nobody should have to come from a nightclub or come from any of these spots enjoying their night out to be caught in a crossfire of machine guns.
At the same time, it should be noted that shots fired calls across the city have dropped 23% in 2026 compared to the last 3 years, as violent crime continues to fall from the post-pandemic peak.
Which is in part due to the efforts that have been made through community violence-based organizations and other nonprofit groups that are working to curb housing instability and offer mental health supports.
Touch Outreach contracts with the city and works in the same public safety sphere as Minneapolis police. Despite chronic understaffing and an interim chief, MPD says it's taking this weekend's violence seriously, and they responded within minutes to the Uptown scene.
This was a brazen act of violence in a crowded entertainment district where innocent people were placed at tremendous risk. That is absolutely unacceptable.
Of the 13 people injured in the 2 shootings, about 4 were considered to have life-threatening injuries at the hospital. Minneapolis police, though, have not made an arrest in either of the cases, either the shooting of the one from Sunday morning or the one later Sunday evening. Back to you.
And Danny, do they believe that these are connected somehow?
No, at this time they don't believe they're connected. So other than just the geography of them being a couple of miles apart in South Minneapolis, no reason to believe that they were related to each other.
All right, Danny, thank you.